So, in the time lapse, you watch me build this thing over here, and you're probably wondering what this is. Well, let's put it simple. It's a farm that you make when you go caving and find like a zombie or a skeleton or a spider spawner. But this is the same farm, but if you move the spawners to a different location. Yeah. On the server we can mine with a silk touch spawners, and we can logically then place them anywhere where we want, and that way we can make farms like this. And another mechanic that this server has to offer is that you can right click with the spawn egg on a spawner, and it will start spawning these kind of mobs. I got a zombie spawner, a skeleton spawner, and through the weekly crates I got the witch spawn egg, so I have a witch spawner which is incredibly convenient and really nice. So the thing that I want to do with this rather ugly looking build here, which attracts other mobs. Oh my god, no. I would like to build a castle around it and build a shop in it around the mob drops that I produce from killing these mobs. And the other thing that I want to do is to set up a warp for the grinder, so people can teleport in and start, you know, killing mobs, getting the experience from it, but not the drops. They can't pick up the drops go straight down here. So I prepared a little bit of materials, which stop it. I prepared some materials which I'm going to use in the building of the structure. So I guess I'll see you in a bit. If you were wondering where I put my bed after I built that tree and removed my house, I just like moved a couple of buildings away to another villager house like this. Yeah, something small, but the castle is done. I'm absolutely happy and in love with it, how it came out. I know it ain't nothing special, it isn't like woo, get skills. Like doing something I don't know, something different than anything else. It's not really a castle. It's more of a like a big tower. I had a few friends from the server come over. They were said that's a thick castle, and I couldn't agree more. It's a real thick boy. Um, the best part of it is probably the flags. I was really trying to do a nice flag design, but I couldn't really make my own that was special to me, I guess, something different, something unique. So I actually just looked it up, so it's even less unique now, but I love it. It's like a white dragon, and it looks cool, and it fits the castle perfectly, I think. And if you watch carefully, I put some of those flags, banners on the tower that I built like early on. So after building the whole thing, I noticed that I didn't really have an to entrance to go in and out of it, because most of it is supposed to be like a second shop which you can just teleport in and out. So there wasn't really in the planning, there wasn't really a need for me to have a entrance. So later on I used this cliff side actually really brilliantly and made like a little entrance. This entrance isn't really supposed to be used a lot. It's more for like just having a physical entrance, and that's like all, like nothing special. On this floor right here you are on the same level as the spawners, like the same level, yeah. And if you go up this staircase you get to the first room. This is supposed to be like an in-between room, because here's the shop, and like you could get teleported here. I have all the various drops and items sorting out. Made like a little simple sorter back here. Wait, I might show you. It's the usual sorting system, nothing special. You probably saw this like a million times. The only different thing that I probably did was this little mechanism right here, so I don't really want to keep any of the bottles or armor pieces. This is the room in which you would teleport if you warp to this shop. It's a nice small room. I put in some details, a book that I bought on the server, and a book that I wrote myself for the players who choose to come here and shop at this shop, because this shop is powered by this well, full mob farm that I made, and every drop is going through this sorting system, and it's filling the barrels from which you can buy. So if the item that the player would like to buy is out of stock and he would like to farm it himself, they could come down here, grind some of the mobs, and even get the drops for free, because I don't really have a system to stop the drops from falling into the player's inventory. I don't think. Well, it doesn't really matter. They can keep it. It's not like I will profit from this shop very much. So yeah, that's the first floor done. There's a staircase to the upper floor, which is not particularly spectacular because it's empty. So here it's supposed to be like another floor, and on top of it will just be the roof of like the castle roof, and I would like to put a big throne room with big windows and all the nice stuff, like I don't know, like a fancy carpet, like a fancy big carpet. Yeah. Right now I am thinking more towards starting or to start to build my my starter house. Yeah, I don't really have a house after I've done all of this. I don't have my house. Like this storage system is small and it's, oh wait, Razan, where where stop, don't go, no, no, no. Get away, thank you. It's small and it's useful. It used me well, but it's getting like really crowded, and the stuff that I bring in, I don't really know where to put, even though I have like a few empty chests, like, but this stuff that I get is not really for a chest on its own. It's more for a chest that I already have, but the chest is kind of full, so yeah, I was thinking of removing these three these three buildings right here and actually start from the bottom, like bottom. I would make an underground area in which I'll put the sorter that I wish to build, like, and it will be like a really big area. I don't really know how big, but I think it's gonna be like really big. And from there, just enclose it and build like a house on top of it. I really have a house in mind. Well, initially I was thinking of building my starter house right here in this area next to the melon farm, but looking at it after removing the three villager houses that were here, this space looks kinda way too small, and from observing the area that I live in, I actually started like terraforming this hillside right here. I think I'll build a house there. Of course, the first thing I'll do is the storage system. I was thinking of, after I finish terraforming this and making this platform a little bit bigger, I'll just dig down, put in the first module, show it in the end of this episode, and then do the rest after it. So I extended this little hill area and built like a little cliffside, if you say something. I think it looks quite natural, nothing really special. Some stones, some dirt, and I built like this outline of the house that I will build. Ignore the corner blocks there, just so I don't mess up the placements and everything in the rest. And then I started digging the area for the storage system. It's gonna be quite a big storage system. Actually, I didn't really expect it to be this tall, but in the end I think it's like 13 blocks tall, and I dug out 15, so we have like one block for floor, one block for the ceiling, and everything rest will be the storage system. It's gonna be a multi item sorter, which I'm gonna build in the next episode. I thought I could build like at least one module just to showcase it in this one, but it's complex and I don't really have the time to do that right now. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.